Oh, new friend!
Simon, are you all right? You're a nasty little virgin.
He split up with Chloe.
I dumped her. Make sure you tell people that.
Go away.
Will, come on!
Give an extremely warm welcome for Simon Bird, James Buckley, Blake Harrison, and Joe Thomas. There we are. The Inbetweeners. Hello, gentlemen. So I think we'll start by talking a bit about how you all got into acting and so on. Before the show, were you all acting or doing comedy or?
James was probably done the most stuff. James was a child star. He was in
Child Prodigy?
Les Miserables on the West End.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful show.
And he's actually asked me to introduce him to do a little song for the
Yeah,
audience
I think so.
today.
It's gonna happen.
Anyone else done any West End shows?
No.
No.
Blake?
A little bit of Oliver, yeah. Just Palladium, just don't mean to brag, you know.
There you go.
How about you and Joe, Simon?
No, we're not really actors per se. We're just sort of civilians.
You are.
No, me and Joe met at university and we did sort of sketch shows, comedy sketch shows in Edinburgh, and got the show off the back of those.
Before your audition, were you all agented up? Did you have agents? Were people putting you out there?
Yeah, I just graduated from drama school, didn't have an agent, just kind of did a non-paid play, which was terrible, and then got an audition for that. It was like an open audition, and just kind of got whittled through and got the part. I think I walked into the audition and just looked the stupidest out of everyone there, so they went, he'll do.
What was the audition process like for the show?
I went in, there was 5 of us for 4 parts, and then I was out on my own at the end, and the 4 were in there, so I thought, all right, and then I went away. But then they made a mistake, I think.
Some sort of clerical error.
They got you mixed up with
the other one,
Yeah.
who was excellent. He was so good.
He was so good.
He was
What
good.
a show it would have been.
It could have been so much more.
How early on did you realise that this show had the makings of something really good and something that could be as popular as it's become?
Around about the time.
Yes!
Yeah, she realised very early.
Around about the time the second series come out.
Yeah.
And we didn't know during the first series, when we filmed the first series, I think, we were we were just all very nervous about it because we'd never done any TV before. So we weren't really thinking about how it would go down.
We were just very happy to be working during the first series, to be honest, and it just felt like you were just messing around with your mates more than doing something that was going to go somewhere or do a second series or anything like that. You were just messing about, and all of a sudden people seemed to like it, and we were like, oh, well, we'll keep doing this then. That'll be all right.
But when you first saw the scripts, did you have an inkling that the writers might be onto something?
I think like not at all.
Nah.
Not at all. Like, I was just like, this is a bit crass.
Well, when I first read it, I was in the pilot for it. So sort of when I started out, it was a bit. Literally everything was through the skin of my teeth. I was in the pilot for it, but I wasn't very good in the pilot. I played Neil, and they didn't like that.
Didn't look stupid enough.
So they said, So they said, do you want to maybe come in and have a go at being Jay? And I went, all right then. And then, so and there was a long time with the pilot where nothing was going to happen with it. Like it was never going to be made, and. So everything was just sort of, E4 were just like, okay, well, look, I guess we'll take a chance with this little show, and I don't know, maybe it's paid off for them, I guess.
It really took so long to get off the ground. I mean, I think like there was a lot of time while it was being written, and they didn't know when they made the pilot whether it'd be commissioned, and then even when we filmed it took long to come out, and it was.
Once we filmed it, it took them like, I think they were panicking. And it took them sort of a good 9 or 10 months to edit it to make it look.
Try and like find some good
There's a
stuff.
lot of people sweating in their edit.
They must have done this line right on one of the takes.
I guess that the chemistry between the four of you was very important in the casting process. How much time did you spend in the same room doing the lines?
It was immediately so sexual.
Yeah.
Between the two of us.
Yeah. I can
And still
feel
is.
it here.
Explosive, yeah. I mean, it's quite almost hostile. But
It is, and I like
very
that
passionate.
bubbling under.
Yeah, of
It
course.
really, I think it brings something to the show.
How much input do you get into the scripts? How much flexibility is there and
Not
room
allowed,
for?
they're-
No, none at all. No ad
They're
libbing.
so precious. They're such a big baby about their script, and like I'm not. You know, I don't want to learn the lines word for word. I like.
Of course you don't.
I like to have some sort of, you know, I would like it to be a bit natural, and they get annoyed with me so much when I sort of go. They say, well, that's not the line. I go, yeah, well, you know, it's the gist.
So it's the word that a writer least likes.
And
is
they're
the
like,
gist.
yeah, you know, this has gone through 10 drafts, and we've had endless numbers of meetings trying to make this script quite good. Can you just say what we've written you, and then you can leave.
The show, as I mentioned before, won the YouTube Audience Award at this year's BAFTAs, so applause. Before we move on to some of your favourite clips, I follow you on Twitter, James, which is
a
fine.
riot, isn't
Lots
it?
of people do. Yeah, it's amazing. I just wanted to fact check this. Was the show originally going to be called The Dickheads?
Well, that was, there was a long, it was originally called Baggy Trousers, which is awful. Terrible.
It
name.
was
Worst title
originally
ever.
set in the 80s,
was
so they
originally
was
set
going to
in
do
the
the
80s.
baby
Oh, right,
Jones
okay.
thing,
How
man.
cool would that have been?
That would have been
So
amazing.
cool, but no. The producer Chris, who is the producer, he doesn't really have much say on the artistic side of things. He come up with 1, 2, 3, 4.
That was his
That's a
suggestion.
name for a television program.
That's incredible. That suggests like learning zone for people who are really struggling with learning.
Other options for the titles were, well, I quite like the Dickheads.
I think this is good.
Legends.
No offence.
Legends was quite good, I thought.
The Desperados.
Desperados was
Quite-
one shout, I think. It's all right, pretty terrible.
It's a bit Wild West.
Yes.
But the Inbetweeners, I guess, was a good name in the end.
Yeah.
Should we say that?
Yeah, we were all against it to begin with.
Yeah,
Heavily against it.
I hated it when it
Against
first
it.
came out.
Didn't like the script, didn't like the name,
It's worked out.
So it was all extremely crass, didn't you, James?
didn't want to do it.
Okay, we're going to have a look at some of your favourite clips. First up, James, you have picked a classic from Series 1. Tell me why you've picked it.
No, I just remember when we filmed it. It was one of the Series 1 was a long time ago when we filmed it, and it was one of the clips I could remember. So
Yeah.
I could remember filming it at the time because what happened was it was a scene that we were supposed to do later in the day, and for some reason there was a change last minute. It was brought to first thing in the day after I'd just had a massive breakfast, and it involved me jumping up and down on a car bonnet a lot, and the bush right next to the car vomited. We're sick in it. So that's why I remember this scene.
Well, I mean, let's have a look at it and really try and focus on that bush, I suppose.
Friend! Made up football friend!
West, will ya?
Hello, isn't that friend's car? Oh, new rims car friend!
I'll show you how much of a friend he is. Friend. Oh, friend! Friend! Football friend!
I never thought he'd get that wound up. Yeah.
Jay, what are you doing? Oh, friend! Friend! I'm not your friend, alright? Alright? Oh, friend! Friend! Car
So,
friend.
are they
Football
friends or
friend.
not?
New car friend! Let's go for a drive sometimes, friend! See you, friend! See you later, friend! Oh, friend! Friend! Football friend!
Do you get people shouting friend at you a lot in the street?
That's nice, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course
What a
it's
lovely
nice.
thing- What a lovely thing to shout to someone. So sweet, friend.
And I get your dad's gay.
Yeah. That's
Less
nothing.
fun when you're walking around with your dad.
For the car scene now, what were the director's instructions to you? Did he say how he wanted you to jump, or were you really freestyling?
He said, jump on the bonnet and say friend. And that is what I
Yeah.
gave him.
Yeah.
And
And you gave him a lot of it.
He should be happy with it.
I think he is happy.
But that actually happened. That actually happened to one of the writers.
Really?
Friends, yeah. Pretty much all of the first series is autobiographical for most of the embarrassing stuff happened to either one of the two writers, mainly Ian Morris. So, for example, skidding, like what you did when you're asked, basically a woman offered him sex, and rather than saying, yes, I'll do that, he took his shoes off and skidded in like a hall and was like, let's skid, let's have fun and get to know each other.
I think he thought it was the sort of thing like the poet Keats would do.
How old was Ian when this was happening to him? Was he...
Oh, he was actually in uni when this happened.
Right, okay.
When all this stuff happened to them, they were in their early 20s.
Right.
They was implying that it was stuff that happened to them when they were at school, but then when you dig a little deeper, it's stuff that's happened with like their fiancés
that
stuff.
week. Yeah.
They're tragic characters. I mean, Ian broke his wrist last week when he was pole dancing in Malia. So
the man's
he's
a legend.
38. He's not 38.
He's not.
He's 36. Yeah. He looks 38.
Oh, he's going to really enjoy watching this back. Let's move on to your choice of clip, Joe. What have you gone for and why, if you can remember?
This is where I fall in the sea. I mean, again, I suppose. Again, sort of a joke, just because this is a very memorable time. We had Phil. We've all treated this very selfishly. We've just treated it as a sort of trip down memory lane. But it was just an interesting scene to film because it was so freezing and it was incredibly embarrassing because it was very public. And I don't know why I don't know why I've chosen this, but we in the clip I had to be on a boat and Neil had undressed me and. Again, it's just one of those things where when you think about what you actually have to do, you realise you've just got to do it in front of people who don't really know what's going on. So that day, promenading up and down were just quite a lot of pensioners and like people with pushchairs.
It was quite. That sort of thing was a lot better during doing the second series though, because people sort of knew who we were and they were looking at us and they were going, "Oh, they're filming the Inbetweeners." Whereas the first series, we were doing things, they were going.
For example, walking around in Thorpe Park in just a pair of Speedos.
At that point of our lives, we were just four boys walking around Thorpe Park.
And the thing is, it's not like they shut off the park or anything.
All that really happened was that we closed the best ride for the day.
Oh, yeah. So they were annoyed because of that.
Really telling
and
anyone.
then I was walking around in Speedos. So that was good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that.
How to win friends and influence people. Let's have a look at the clip.
Oh, cool, the sea! Let's get out there. Don't stop! You're literally rocking the boat! I knew this was going to happen. I'm turning this around and taking us back. Oh, God. Oh, no. Sorry, Simon. Holy that's cold. Get out, Neil. Why did you do that? Was it because of Lauren? No. God, no. It was an accident.
You total.
I thought we were friends. I'm sorry. We better head straight back in.
Enjoy your swim.
What? I'm really cold. Like, to my bones. He's gonna get hypothermia unless we get him out of those wet clothes. Neil, undress him.
Oh, knew it.
What?
You've been waiting for this. I knew you were bent for him.
It's basic first aid. I was in the Scouts when we did this.
Yeah, I bet that's not all you did in the Scouts.
No, you're right. We did knots too. I'm cold. Could someone get me some hair gel?
Oh, don't take his pants off, Neil. You're not your dad.
He has to. It's the safest way. Put that coat round him, Neil. I'll get the engine started. Don't worry. I'll cover him up. Oh, why won't this start? Jay, get that line in.
All right. Don't yourself.
How has this happened?
I think it's caught on something.
It must be caught around the engine.
Can I huddle up to someone, please? I'm really cold. Is anyone else really cold? Like, really cold?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh, my. What the hell has that happened?
I don't know, it didn't have any bait on it.
Get it out! It's all right, it's just a fish. It's a terrifying, massive fish, Neil. Get rid of it!
Oh, God, it's itself.
It's all right.
That. We're in serious trouble here.
What? Oh, what? That's only for emergencies! For emergencies!
Are you wearing the sort of the stunt flesh-coloured pants there, Joe?
I don't know why I chose that clip in hindsight.
That was a really dangerous scene.
There are other things to say about that scene. I mean, another interesting point to say about that scene is that James very nearly died filming that because he didn't. Well, we had
so the flare took 2 takes. That was the second take. The first take, this is what James did. Opened the flare, didn't go off, went like that, turned it away, went off it went off horizontally and almost blew up a boat. So.
There's yeah, I mean, there clearly is no stunt double for you there. You are genuinely naked and freezing.
I think
It was so cold.
It was ridiculously cold. It was absolutely horrible.
That was the day after like the biggest blizzard in 70 years.
No, before, yeah.
They were worried that it was almost frozen over.
Yeah, there was like divers in the water to make sure Joe didn't die.
We also did it at the end of the shoot, which was, I'm pretty sure, so that it wouldn't really mess up the series if I died.
What was really funny was when the director was telling you to bob back under again.
Bob down.
Okay, bob down.
You
then
bob
come
down!
up. Okay, just bob down. The first time you did it, the first time you went in there, you just come up and went, no, God. Right, we're going to have to do it again, John.
My diction let me down because I couldn't kind of close my back of my throat because I was so cold.
Were you slathered in goose fat or anything like that?
Yeah, I was covered in Vaseline.
Yes.
Okay, so not all bad.
Yes.
A bonus. Yeah, so it's not without perks.
At last.
I think the scene quite neatly encapsulates the dynamic of the group in terms of the reactions of the people. Do you feel like you know your characters very well now? You think you know how they respond in?
I think so.
Yeah, definitely. It's got easier. Every series has got easier.
Yeah, the last series 3 that we just finished doing.
It was a piece of
Yeah.
Yeah, money for old rope. Blake, let's move on to your clip.
Sure.
What have you gone for? What have you plumped for?
It's the clip where we're in the toilet cubicle hiding from the boys from, what was that? It's that, like Northwood or something like that.
like a 12-year-old boy.
Yeah, and we wait for Simon's mum to come Will's mum to come and pick us up whilst we're just waiting in a toilet cubicle. And I have a little wee as well. That's always good.
Let's have a look at you having a little wee then.
Oh yeah, thanks for stepping in, by the way, mate.
Yeah, I was going to dive in the second you put your away.
Budge up a minute, Jay, I really need a...
Oh, you're not in here, Neil.
Why not? It's a toilet. Go outside if you have to. But what if they come in? I don't see why I can't just in here. Because I do not want to see coming out the end of your... I could sit down and do it. What? I do that sometimes, you know, for a treat. Oh, just get on with it then.
Are you going yet?
I can't go. You lot are putting me off.
Who's that?
Could be Northwood. Who is it? It's obviously me.
What is happening in here?
Has Charlotte sorted it? No, I've sorted it though. What have you done? I've called my mum. She's going to come pick us up. What?
Oh, this is tragic.
You've called your mum? Your mum is coming to rescue us from the toilet of an under-18 disco because we're being bullied by 12-year-olds. Oh, no one must ever know about this.
Look, Si, you just need to go outside, take your beating from a child like a man, and then we can all leave.
I would have taken him down there and then if it weren't for Northwood backing him up.
How are you going to take him down? His eyes?
Oh, what if Cardi finds out about me and that girl?
Oh, no. Maybe she still won't go out with you.
Oh, God, this is a f***ing disaster. Oh, no, actually, it's okay. It's fine. I've worked it out. I just need to move away and change schools. My night hasn't exactly been brilliant either, Simon. At least next week will be better. Get my teeth into some journalism. Oh, yeah, I was meant to tell you about that. The paper want to keep me on, so there's no room for you. Tell me you're joking. Nah, they said I was the best work experience they ever had or something.
There's an urgent message for William Mackenzie. Could William Mackenzie please make his way to the front entrance as his mother is here to pick him and his friends up? That's William Mackenzie, year 12 at Rush Park. Please come to the front when your mother is waiting to collect you.
When you're filming in an enclosed space like a toilet, is there problems with odours?
The odour problem is normally with the car. Whenever we're filming a lot in the car, there's normally an odour problem, and it normally comes from that general direction.
Well, there is.
There isn't one. No.
Who's the culprit?
No, not at all. No, it is evenly distributed.
It's not evenly distributed
at all. It's not in any way even.
Especially if he's had a Domino's the night before. It's just terrible.
Yeah, they were bad.
They were bad.
Yeah, slowly but surely accepting.
The funny thing about that scene was that we just couldn't stop laughing. Like as soon as Simon opens the door up and sees us, the three of us just kind of sitting in there. It was like literally like 20 minutes of us just ourselves laughing, and the director and producers getting really angry with us. Guys, we haven't got time for this. Please focus, guys, focus. Just makes you worse. Just makes you so much worse. Just laugh so much more.
Every time we'd be so ready to do the take, and then every time the door would swing open, we'd all just start bursting out laughing.
We've got another toilet clip.
Good.
Chosen by you, Simon.
I think that sounds like 50% toilet.
Yeah.
Usually. So this one is at a party where Joe's character Simon is in the toilet and James is outside with Carly. And why did I choose it? It's a good question.
You're not in it.
No, I'm not in it. And
They're
always the best
I don't like watching myself. Also, Blake isn't in it, so it's a very successful lead. I'm kidding. But I think it sort of sums up the philosophy of the show. The last line is, ruin it now.
Don't ruin it,
well, I think the last line just sort of sums up the show. We'll come back to that, won't we?
Yes, we will. Let's come back to it in a sec.
Come on, let me go first. You know I'm desperate.
Unlucky.
Oh, don't be a Oh, no, don't. Seriously, come on, I'm bursting. Look, come on.
Oh, hi, Jay. You queuing?
Yeah, think I might my pants any minute.
Oh.
Won't be too long. Been in there a while.
Oh, right. So, didn't know you lot were friends with Louise?
Oh, no, we're not. No, we climbed over the fence. School.
Right.
Oh, Carly, hi.
Hi, Simon. How are you?
Good, yeah, okay. Yeah, pretty awesome.
Jesus Christ, Simon! What the have you done in there?
What?
Oh, you've been eating cat food again? Oh, God, you've left skids down the bowl, too.
Carly, I didn't. I only went in for a...
Oh, God! I can taste it.
Jay?
I might go upstairs.
No, don't. It was a wee. It was only a wee. I promised I didn't leave skids. It doesn't smell at all, you It was a wee. Why did you do that?
Funny.
That's kind of what the show's about, really. It's not pretentious or clever or trying to be anything. It's not. It's just trying to be funny. And, hopefully we do that.
Does the sort of on-set banter get infected by the puerility of the show? Do you find yourselves being more childlike on set than you would be normally?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're pretty awful.
There was one bit when we just finished filming the new series that'll be out later this year, and one of the days we were in a forest, and we had we went for a little walk for lunch. And ended up.
It's quite sort of wet.
We
go for walks together.
We're all in costume. We're all supposed to be working, but we decided to push Joe down like a hole.
It was like a tree had been uprooted, and there was obviously like a little ditch, and we kind of dared Joe to get in, and then poked him with sticks and made him get in this little hole. And as soon as he was,
I did the dare.
yeah,
I did it. Yeah.
There's quite a lot of
Yeah, you win.
Yeah. And
I was laughing in that hole on my own while they were running away.
That's what we did. We just ran away from him once he was in there, just legged it and left him, and then he got in trouble for having a dirty costume. So
which of you is closest to your character in the show? Hopefully not you, James.
I'd like to hope not.
And probably not Blake. So that leaves me and Joe.
I think
to fight it out.
I think it's that thing where you sort of take yourself and like get a bicycle pump and make it bigger and sort of.
I mean,
where are you going with that?
Well, you're like
you know when you get a bicycle
make
pump?
it bigger.
Yeah.
Like a wheel.
Pump yourself.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
But you're a nerd, aren't you? You'd say that.
Would you say that?
It's been said.
So.
I'll say it. I'm a nerd. There you go. It's out there.
But not as big as.
If you can't say that at Latitude, where can you say it?
Right. Right.
Not as big as Will though.
No, I hope not. And Joe's intense and weird, but not quite as intense and weird as Simon. So
more
I think that's.
Joe has to rein it in when it's.
I would say two things. I think two things. First of all, I mean, if you have to act like embarrassment, it's probably going to look a little bit like what you look when you're embarrassed, because that's how you know what embarrassment is. And second of all, the writers, as it's gone on, I think have written more towards what we're like as people, to avoid us having to act.
They've looked at you and thought, now what they're struggling
smart.
with is the acting.
Just the acting. Just the acting. So
everything else is great.
The rest is fine. I get my costume on, like, it's perfect.
Well, your dirty
Well,
costume.
you say that, but you take forever.
I'm slow, I'm slow.
And also then you get in holes and ruin it.
And also sometimes
Yeah,
you
I can't do that either.
Sometimes you just leave it.
Yeah.
When we go down the set.
I do,
There was one day where you were supposed to wear a jacket, but you said, "Oh, I'm a bit warm, so I'm not going to wear this."
The costume like it's my own wardrobe. I'm like, No. I'll wear that.
Yeah.
I'll pair that with my own trousers.
The continuity person must love you. You have to wear the jacket.
Yeah.
You've just finished filming the third series, or very nearly?
Yeah, on Friday we finished.
What can you tell us about it?
It's looking pretty
There we
funny.
So what happens in it? Well, it's just more of the same, really.
But the lads, presume, are in the upper sixth now?
That's right.
In the upper six.
Simon gets a girlfriend.
Yeah, for quite a few episodes as well.
Where is she? So that's quite a big storyline.
They go to a pub.
The thing is, when you describe the Inbetweeners, it does just sound genuinely.
Because the point is nothing happened. Like, the point is when you're that and at the time it seems like the most important thing in the world. But the point of the show is to say it's a bit really, because you're just going to the biggest pub in
Point
Watford.
is, when you're that age, obviously the smallest, like your world is so small. So the smallest thing, like going to a pub, is amazing, and but it's not really, is it? It's just
one of the episodes in series 3 is called Will Stays at Home Alone. It's something to look forward to.
A kind of a main centrepiece joke of that is that there's a lot of toast being eaten.
Nearly it's a lot of toast.
Yeah, sort of.
Also a good name for an episode.
Yeah,
Will Eats a Lot of Toast.
Yeah.
Series 4. What's the sort of tangible change going from lower sixth to upper sixth?
They think they might have a chance of being a bit more cool, and they try slightly more ambitious things.
I genuinely remember thinking that when I moved into the upper sixth form. I remember thinking, right, new batch of girls in, lads. Come on, we can do this. We're older. That's the power.
And?
No. Not at all.
It's all like that. Like Joe's character in one of the episodes wears a hat. That's his way of sort of trying to change himself and make. He wears like a
Doherty style
little sort of trilby thing.
Yeah.
It is funny.
Yeah, and he gets we sort of ripped the out of him for that, and then Blake showed up at the festival with his
little trilby hat.
Do you think there's potential for the series to follow the boys when they go off to university or go to work, whatever they do after school?
I don't. I mean, it would be quite contrived to have them all go to the same uni, because obviously I don't think Neil and Will end up going to the same university. But I think there's a possibility of.
I don't think there'll be a fourth series.
I don't think so.
Some of the writers have said that. But I know. Sad.
I think it's not trying to be like, oh, we only do a certain amount of series and we'll quit whilst we're ahead, because we'd milk it forever. But I think it's just because the writers, maybe if they get a good idea or something, we might.
I mean, we were scraping the barrel for ideas already. But it was like, what happened to you?
Yeah, Joe gets a hat in one of the episodes.
Gets a hat, a toast, fairly. By the first series, it was the writers doing stuff that happened in their life.
Who knows? There might be like I could see us maybe doing like a Christmas special or something like that. Or if there's a good idea and if it'll be funny, then I'm sure we'd all love to do it.
Yeah. There is chat about a film as well.
Yes. Yeah, there's. I mean, nothing's concrete yet, but there is a script and there is being talk that it could get done. But again, there's nothing concrete yet. It would kind of be like a holiday type thing for the lads, but
we're getting close to sorting it out and just getting.
We don't want to jinx it just yet, I don't think.
But it could happen, it could not. But I think it would be quite good if it did.
Those are definitely the options.
It
will or it won't. Unfortunately, I think that is all that we've got time for. So if you just want to put your hands together and whoop and cheer and so on. Once again, Simon Bird, James Buckley, Blake Harrison, Joe Torrance, the Inbetweeners.